Alright, let me tell you how this whole valuation rumor thing unfolded. Because honestly, it was one of those days where you wake up, check your phone, and suddenly the universe has decided you're running an $800 billion private company, and you're finding out about it at the same time as everyone else. So I'm sitting there thinking, wow, apparently we're worth almost $1 trillion now. Neat. Maybe someone should tell me. And then my messages start blowing up from friends, investors, people I haven't spoken to since PayPal was a scrappy little chaos engine, all asking if SpaceX is really raising at some insane number. And I'm trying to drink coffee and process the fact that the financial press woke up and chose speculative fan fiction. So I log on to see what triggered all this, and there it is. Headline after headline, confidently claiming we're targeting an $800 billion valuation, like it's already written in stone. And I'm wondering where these numbers come from, because if someone out there is doing math this optimistic, I'd love to hire them. But the truth is, we didn't say that. We weren't doing that. And financial journalists, bless their hearts, sometimes treat rumors like Schrodinger's facts, simultaneously true and not true, until someone like me opens the metaphorical box on Twitter and clarifies. So, I hop online and type out something simple, because that's usually the only way to stop the runaway hype train. This is not true. And instantly the replies explode with memes, theories, jokes about Mars currency, and a few people insisting I'm lying because apparently I run a secret media conspiracy now, which would be news to me. And I'm thinking how hilarious it is that denying a rumor can sometimes make the rumor grow even larger, as if correcting fiction only upgrades it into deluxe fiction. But here's the thing. SpaceX is doing well. We're building Starship. We're scaling Starlink. We're making progress toward becoming a multi-planetary species. We have real work happening every single day, and none of that requires mythical valuation numbers to sound impressive. And honestly, I'd rather talk about actual rockets than imaginary price tags. Because rockets are fun. Rockets go up. They sometimes explode in extremely dramatic ways that make for great slow motion footage. Rockets change the future of humanity. And valuations, well, valuations just change headlines. So when I see people throwing around numbers like they're picking lottery balls, I can't help but laugh, because the real value of SpaceX isn't in whatever figure someone prints in an article. It's in the thousands of brilliant engineers, technicians, and staff who wake up every day determined to build the most advanced space vehicles ever conceived. And I know that sounds sentimental coming from me. The guy memes himself into corporate statements, but it's true. And maybe that's why I get a little annoyed when speculative fiction gets published as fact, because it distracts from what actually matters. So no, despite what the rumor mill claimed, we weren't out there raising at $800 billion. We weren't planning some exotic financial maneuver that would bend the space-time continuum of venture capital. We were just doing what we always do: building, launching, learning, improving, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And honestly, if we ever do reach numbers that big someday, it won't be because someone guessed it in a headline. It'll be because Starship is flying regularly, humans are on Mars, and the future we've been working toward for years finally becomes reality. And until then, I'll keep correcting the record, sipping my coffee, and watching the internet implode every time someone writes a story with numbers that sound like they were generated by an overenthusiastic AI. So, after the whole valuation rumor situation calmed down, or at least settled into the usual background hum of internet noise, I found myself thinking about how often these things happen. Like there must be some alternate universe newsroom where people spin a giant wheel with numbers on it, and whatever it lands on becomes the new speculative valuation for SpaceX, and maybe one day it'll land on something like $5 quadrillion, and I'll wake up to reporters asking whether we're planning to acquire Jupiter. And honestly, that would be kind of hilarious, but the real world is weirder because even when you deny something clearly, directly, unmistakably, there are still people who interpret denial as some kind of reverse confirmation. As if I'm playing 12-dimensional intergalactic chess with financial disclosures, when in reality I'm usually just trying to get through the day without another headline declaring we've discovered warp drive. So after the tweets went out and the memes started multiplying faster than a rocket plume in vacuum, I took a moment to look around at what was actually happening inside SpaceX, and it was the exact opposite of the rumor circus. Engineers in the high bay, tightening fittings on a Starship section, technicians crawling over Raptor engines like surgeons in a mechanical operating room, teams analyzing data from the last test flight to figure out how to make the next one even better. And there's something groundings about that, because while the outside world obsesses over imaginary valuations, inside the company the only numbers that matter are thrust, mass fraction, delta V, propellant load, engine cycles, re-entry trajectories, things that determine whether humanity gets to Mars or stays stuck arguing in comment sections forever. And I walked through the factory thinking that maybe this disconnect is just part of the deal. Like, the bigger your mission, the louder the speculation gets. But it still amazes me how quickly a rumor can become a global talking point. So I started joking with some of the team that maybe we should preemptively publish a list of things SpaceX is not doing, including items like not raising at $800 billion, not inventing teleportation yet, not building a rocket powered by pure memes, though honestly that last one might actually be feasible if you harness enough internet chaos energy. But the important part is that while everyone outside was debating fantasy valuations, everyone inside was focused on the stuff that actually moves civilization forward. And that's kind of the theme of my life. Public noise versus actual work. And sometimes the noise gets so loud, it feels like standing next to a Merlin engine at full throttle, except at least with the engine, you know the noise is doing something useful. So, as the day went on, I kept getting messages from people asking if we were trying to break some kind of record for the largest private valuation ever. And I kept saying no, no, still no, very much no. And after a while it became almost comedic because the rumor had gained enough momentum that denying it felt like trying to stop a Falcon 9 booster mid-ascent with a butterfly net. But eventually the attention shifted to something else, as it always does. Maybe a celebrity bought a toaster or a cat did something adorable, and the financial press moved on. But the funny part is that these episodes remind me why I prefer focusing on hardware, engines, and orbital mechanics. Because math behaves, physics behaves, rockets behave. Well, mostly. And humans behave unpredictably, especially when numbers start flying around the internet like space debris. And at the end of the day, I didn't think about the rumor anymore because I was already thinking about the next Starship test, the next Raptor iteration, the next step toward making life multiplanetary, which is the real goal, the big picture, the reason I don't spend too much time worrying about whether someone thinks we're worth $800 billion, $80 billion, or $8, because the value of SpaceX isn't measured in dollars at all. It's measured in futures, possibilities, and the absurd, wonderful, difficult mission of turning science fiction into everyday reality. And if people want to make up numbers along the way, well, I guess that's just part of the entertainment package that comes with being alive in this very strange timeline.